Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're tackling a really interesting concept, becoming what's called a key person of influence, or KPI.
Right.
We're drawing from Daniel Priestley's book on it. And, well, our mission here is to pull out the core ideas on how people can become, really valued and well paid in their fields.
Yeah, among the most valued.
Exactly. And you might think, okay, that takes years, maybe fancy degrees or, connections.
Sure, the traditional path.
But this book suggests maybe not. We want to unpack why things have changed and how you, the listener, can potentially leverage these shifts. I'm really interested in this ideas economy concept he talked about.
It's fascinating how, right from the get-go, the book just confronts that conventional thinking. It really sets the stage for seeing influence and value differently in today's economy.
Okay, so let's dive in. The book kicks off by stating pretty plainly that the industrial age is over. We're now in the ideas economy. And that changes, well, basically everything.
It's a big claim.
Yeah. And he paints this picture like the brilliant accountant who's just constantly frustrated, always fighting on price.
Right, feeling like their whole career is stuck based on choices they made when they were, 18?
Exactly. That image really sticks with you.
It does, and it makes you ask yourself, if your path feels like a constant uphill battle, could it be because your strategies are sort of outdated, designed for a world that isn't quite there anymore? And the book offers this promise, doesn't it, that you don't need more degrees or some, get-rich-quick thing. It suggests becoming a KPI is achievable relatively quickly, 6 to 12 months even.
Which sounds almost too good to be true initially, but let's unpack how. This leads to a really powerful idea in the book.
Yeah.
Your best thinking 5 years ago is your baggage today.
Ooh, that hits home.
Right. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Social media exploding, online shopping becoming the norm, huge tech changes. We had a global recession, the rise of entrepreneurship.
The landscape just completely shifted.
Totally. So decisions you made even just 5 years back about your job, where you live, tech you use, who you work with, they were based on, a different reality.
Yeah.
He mentions things like software that used to cost, thousands, now being replaced by free web tools.
It's a constant evolution, and connecting that to the bigger picture, it's really about having the willingness to let go of those old models. Like the story of Steve Jobs getting rid of the Apple Museum. He just didn't want the company living in the past. You can't build the future if you're anchored back there.
It's like drawing a line in the sand, as the book puts it.
Exactly that. A conscious decision to move forward.
So if you draw that line, if you let go of the baggage, what then? For us, for the listener.
Well, the book poses this really key question then. It asks, if I was starting completely fresh, world of possibilities, what would I genuinely love to be doing?
The passion element.
Right. It emphasizes that in this new environment, the people who are really thriving, they're the ones doing what they actually love.
Okay, and this leads into another really critical distinction the book makes. It's about being vital versus being functional.
This is huge. Yeah.
Functional people, they're good, they follow the rules, do the job.
Yeah.
But they're replaceable, right? If someone cheaper comes along.
You might switch, yeah. They worry about downsizing, taking time off feels risky.
But vital people, they're different. They're focused on the result, not just ticking boxes.
They adapt. They change the game if needed. They see themselves as, essential. Irreplaceable, really.
And they like taking holidays.
Yeah, because it recharges them, and frankly, it reminds everyone else how much they're needed when they're gone. It reinforces their vitality.
And it's not just about the work itself, is it? It's also about who they hang out with.
Oh, absolutely. Functional folks might seek out people who just confirm, yeah, life's tough, it's a grind.
Misery loves company sort of thing.
Kind of. Whereas vital people, they actually want debate, they want to be pushed, they'll leave groups that are just, comfortable and stagnant for ones that challenge them, that stir things up.
So it makes you reflect, doesn't it? Yeah. Are you trying to just get more stuff, climb the ladder? Or are you focused on producing more value?
Finding a path versus creating one.
Exactly. The book suggests top earners don't even see it as work. It's like a game they love playing.
And if it starts feeling like drudgery, like real hard work, that's a sign. Time to step back, recharge, reconnect with why you're doing it.
Get back into that flow state.
Precisely. Success isn't meant to be this constant struggle, according to this view. It's about flow.
Okay, now, the book throws another pretty bold statement out there, Brace yourself for this one.
Oh, I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, it literally says your career is over.
Right, like the whole idea of a stable, lifelong career.
Is basically obsolete. Like a fax machine, he says. Good idea once, but no big future.
Yeah. And it tracks the change, doesn't it? Grandparents with one job for 40 years.
Our parents may be having a few.
And now, the stats are kind of wild. U.S. Department of Labor suggesting, 10 to 14 jobs by your late 30s?
It's a massive shift. So if that traditional career is gone, where's the security? What replaces it?
Well, and that connects to this bigger trend. The book identifies work on demand.
Like Hollywood project teams.
Exactly. Teams form, do the project, disperse. Companies are outsourcing way more. Even small businesses have to keep reinventing themselves, like constantly, every couple years almost.
So the stability isn't in the job title or the company anymore?
Nope, it's gone.
So where do you find certainty then, if jobs aren't secure and businesses keep changing?
The book's answer is pretty clear on this. It's in you, your personal brand, your network, your experiences, and your passion.
Okay, so it comes back to the individual.
Absolutely. Your most valuable asset isn't your employer, it's how many people know you, like you, trust you. It's your take on things.
You're known for you, not where you work.
That's the idea. You're known for who you're connected with, the ideas you're associated with. And that, the book argues, brings a constant flow of opportunities. Your career might be over, but your adventure as a KPI, that's just starting.
Okay, so if the career is changing and it's all about the personal brand, how do you actually build that? The book uses some great analogies here. It talks about needing an Eiffel Tower.
Right, something iconic.
Yeah, something impressive, unique, something people talk about, like Facebook's tagging feature back in the day or Apple's white earbuds.
Instantly recognizable, your flagship thing.
It could be your unique story, that thing everyone asks you about at parties. Or, he suggests, becoming an author is a really effective way to create that kind of focal point.
But it's not just the tower, is it? You also need the landscape.
The landscape, right. The place where people can become citizens of your brand.
Mm-hmm. A whole ecosystem. Like Apple users don't just buy an iPod, they buy the Mac, the watch.
Or Nike fans buy the shoes, then the clothes, the gear.
Exactly. They engage more deeply.
So for you, the listener, it means if someone likes your core idea, your Eiffel Tower, there needs to be more for them.
A pathway.
Yeah, maybe an audio workshop, a course, an online community, your blog, social media. They become part of your world, a citizen of your brand.
Makes sense. You draw them in, then give them ways to stay and engage.
And underpinning all of this, of course, is the internet. The book really hammers home how it's changed everything.
Oh, fundamentally.
Google lets you find anything. Social media connects niche groups globally. E-commerce lets you sell anywhere.
Total game changer.
He uses this example of a 17-year-old girl, right? Sourcing a product, designing a brand, setting up an online store, taking payments, shipping worldwide.
All from her bedroom. Cheaply, easily. Connecting with thousands of fans for free. It's incredible when you think about it.
What does that really signal, though, that example?
Well, the core message isn't just, wow, tech is cool. It's more about being unattached to the old ways of doing things, old ideas about business, branding, how you have to interact with clients.
Like shedding that baggage we talked about earlier.
Yeah, exactly. The rules are different now. It's like the Industrial Revolution shifting power dynamics. Now, in this ideas economy, small, agile players can often outperform big corporations.
How so?
They're faster, more dynamic, often cheaper, definitely more flexible, and they can feel more bespoke, more personal.
And that ties into this idea of the micro niche, doesn't it?
Perfectly. Big companies, they struggle to cater to really specific needs, like custom furniture for vintage Airstreams or hiking trips for vegan bird watchers.
Right, too specific for mass production.
But for a small entrepreneur online, that specificity is their strength. It's easy to reach that exact audience globally.
The book tells that story about the lawyer. The happy lawyer with the ripped-up jeans.
Huh. Yeah, I remember that one. Commercial lawyer, leaves the big firm, works from home.
Keeps his 5 big hedge fund clients, earns more, commutes less.
And does video calls wearing a shirt and tie on top and ripped jeans below.
It's a great visual, but it illustrates a real shift, right? How specialized individuals can carve out their own space and often do better than within the old structures. So what's the takeaway for someone competing now?
It points to this new reality where claiming your micro niche is almost like owning land was in the past. It's your territory.
Instead of trying to be everything to everyone.
Like a swag man, the book calls it, just wandering around.
Yeah.
You plant your flag, you say, this is my spot, this is what I do, and here's my unique angle on it.
Like raw food parties.
Or dog furniture specifically for Cocker Spaniels. Hyper-specific, but there's an audience for it online.
So the encouraging part here seems to be that you don't need some revolutionary world-changing idea. Almost anything can work.
That's the message. Almost anything can become a viable, even fun business. The book really emphasizes that your best assets are already there. Your passion, your skills, and crucially, your personal story.
Not some external wealth creation vehicle you have to find.
Right. People often look outside, but the book says your real wealth lies in your story. Your journey so far. It wasn't random, it was preparation. Your hobbies, not distractions, but potential gold mines. Your passion, it's the best fuel you'll ever have.
It gives those examples, like people making serious money, teaching comic book makeup online, or selling blinged-out phone cases.
Yeah, fascinating examples.
But it warns against thinking, oh, comic book makeup is the secret.
Exactly. The mistake is seeing the thing as the source of wealth, rather than the person's unique connection to that thing, their passion, their story around it.
Their thing might not be your thing.
Precisely. The person who got rich in real estate, they probably loved real estate for ages before the money came. It's their story, their authenticity in that niche that people connect with.
You want to learn from them because they're a key person of influence in that space.
Right. And the book clarifies, that 12-month time frame to become a KPI. It's achievable because you're not starting from zero.
Right.
You're already standing on your own mountain of value, your experiences, your skills, your story.
You don't need to go learn a whole new trade necessarily.
Not necessarily. You're ready now, ready
Yeah.
to be a producer, to create value. And the learning. That comes from the doing, from producing that value and engaging with your niche.
Wow. Okay, that's quite a journey through this changing world of work and influence.
Mm.
We've really seen how that old career ladder is, well, basically gone.
Yeah, replaced by something much more dynamic.
And how embracing your own unique story, your passions, that's not just fluff. It's potentially your biggest asset in this ideas economy. It really flips the script on security and success.
It really does. So for you listening right now, maybe the thought to ponder is not just about what you do, but what's the unique story behind your story? How do all those seemingly random experiences, those quirky interests, those things you're passionate about, how might they actually connect to form the foundation of your influence, your value in this new landscape? What connections are hiding in plain sight in your own journey? That's definitely something to mull over.